Hello and welcome to part 5 of this 10-part series on CAGED, chords and arpeggios. If you haven't seen the other videos yet, click on the card above and that will take you to the short playlist on major, minor, major 7 and minor 7th chords and arpeggios. So in this week's lesson we'll be looking at dominant 7th chords and arpeggios. So really common chords in all genres, especially blues and rock, so really useful to learn. Okay, so what we'll do first is work out the intervals. So what is a dominant 7th chord? So a dominant 7th chord is a major triad, so that's a root note, a major third, which is 2 tones, a perfect fifth, which is 1.5 tones on top of that major third, and a minor 7th. So this is the main difference between a dominant 7th and a major 7th. So a dominant 7th chord has a minor 7th interval, which is 5 tones in size, or a quick way of working it out is going down a tone from the root note. And obviously a major 7th has a major 7th. So it's really subtle difference in terms of intervals, but it's massive difference in sound. So it's a really good thing to know. Okay, so let's take a look. Well, firstly, let's just say we're doing D7 today. Okay, so we're going to play in D7. So the 4 notes would be D, which is the root note, F sharp, which would be the major third, that's 2 tones above D. A would be the perfect fifth, that's 3.5 tones in total. And then C would be a minor 7th interval. So it's really good to be aware of those intervals before you start sort of playing the chords and arpeggios. So we're going to take a look at the 5 open shapes first before we move them up the neck. So C7, really common open chord here. So we're going to do 3rd fret A, middle finger 2nd fret D, little finger 3rd fret G, 1st finger 1st fret B. Okay, so that's C7, really nice kind of bluesy sounding chord. And then what we'll do, because we're going to play it all in D, we'll just D7, we're going to move it up 2 frets, which is 1 tone. And that's where we're going to start our D7 C shape arpeggio. Okay, cool, so now we'll do the same for the A shape. Really common A7 chord here, middle finger 2nd fret D, 3rd finger 2nd fret B. Now, in order to move this up the neck, so that's A7, open A and E strings and G strings as well. Now play that with your 3rd and 4th fingers to visualize blocking off the 0 fret. So that'll be how we move this shape up the neck. So now we're going to play that. So that'll be D7 in the A shape. Okay, really nice common chords here. Now we're going to do the same thing with the G shape. Okay, so the G shape, really nice open chord here, the strumming. Now, that's quite an impractical chord to play like that if we move it up the neck. So what you often find, like we do with the major 7s, is to just use this part of the chord. So it's an inversion, which means you're playing from a different root note. It's a really, really nice chord voicing. So the root note is actually going to be on the G string. Now, play this in D7. We need to find the D on the G string, which is 7th fret. So again, it doesn't really look like a G shape because the full version would be just a bit impractical to play. So also it's really nice and bright sounding, and you do find it in a lot of songs as well. So that's D7 in the G shape, but the root note is on the G string. Okay, now we do the E shape. So that's E7. Think of it as an E major without your 3rd finger, middle finger 2nd fret A, 1st finger 1st fret G. That's all 6 strings. Now in order to move that up the neck, we're going to play that with our middle and 3rd fingers, visualizing blocking off that 0 fret. And then we're simply going to go find the D note on the E string. And that's our D7 chord in the E shape. Cool. So now we've got the D shape. D7 chord, really common open chord, sounds fantastic. Middle finger 2nd fret G, 1st finger 1st fret B, 3rd finger 2nd fret high E. Now in order to move that up the neck, we're going to play that with the 2nd, 3rd and 4th fingers and blocking off that 0 fret D string. Okay. So for the purpose of the arpeggios, because we have this F sharp note, we're not going to do the D shape down here, we're going to do it right up here, where you can play this F sharp note, which will be on the nut. So D7, D shape, okay? So really nice chord voicings, and also it helps you learn your notes up the neck. your root notes on the E, the A, the D strings. Lots of benefits to learning this. Cool, so what we'll do is we'll go through the 5 shapes. So let's take a look. D7 C shape. Again, the graphs here, these are my suggested fingering, and then obviously any notes with a number and an R means that they're what finger to use, and also it's a root note. And obviously the green highlights where the chords are, so you should find that quite useful. And obviously below those grids you've got where the intervals are, so you can obviously see where all your root, third, fifth and flat sevenths are. So it's really, really useful, and hopefully, yes, you get some use out of this. So D7 C shape. What we're going to do, start first finger, second fret, low E, then little finger, fifth fret, low E, middle finger, third fret, A, little finger, fifth fret, A, and then 4 on the D, and then 2 on the G, 5 on the G, and 3 on the B, 2 E, 5 E. Really good for kind of bluesy. If you wanted to use that in conjunction with the blues scale, or just soloing over a dominant 7th chord, really, really nice stuff. So that's the C shape. It's also great for warm-up exercises as well, because you're kind of using all 4 fingers. So that's D7 A shape. Now we're going to do D7, so that's D7 C shape, D7 A shape, okay? So 5, 8, 5, 4, 7, 5, 7, 7, 5. And then you've got this one here, the 8th fret on the E. Really nice. Get some really nice melodies, and just gives you some more options, especially if you're kind of stuck in a rut with your improv skills. Okay, so I'll do that again. So 5, 8, 5, 4, 7, 5, 7, 7, 5, 8. I kind of use my third finger, kind of roll my third finger there for those 7th fret. I just find that works well for me. But again, other people might do something slightly different, which is fair enough. Now, a quick way of getting to the G shape from the A shape is kind of where your 3rd and 4th fingers are. That's where you're going to bar. You're going to add this. That's a quick way of getting to this G shape. So here you're going to start. So you're not always starting on the root note. So here, you know, the first shape starting on the major 3rd, the second shape starting on the 5th. Okay, so look at those graphs. But it's always going to follow in order. So if you start on the 3rd, it will then go to the 5th, flat 7th root. If you start on the 5th, it will go 5th, flat 7th, and so on. So it's really useful to know that. So here we're going to start on the flat 7, which is your C note. So you're going to go 8, 10, 9, and then 7, 10, 7, 7, 10, 8, 10. Really nice. Okay, so do that one again. So 8, 10, 9, 7, 10, 7, 7, 10, 8, 10, 10, 8, 10, 7, 7, 10, 9, 10, 8. I get people to practice playing the chord first, then the arpeggio, then the chord, so reinforcing everything. Okay, excellent. So that's the G shape. And now we'll do the E shape. Okay, so now we're going to start with the middle finger, the 10, 9, 12, 10, 12, 11, 10, 13, 10, 14. Really like this one. Really cool, and obviously that hovers over the kind of first shape of the blues scale and the pentatonic, so you can kind of incorporate that into your solos. Sounds really cool. So I'll do that one again. So 10, 9, 12, 10, 12, 11, 10, 13, 10, 40. recommend doing alternate picking. Also, if you want to do sort of do some sweep stuff, do down and then up strokes as well. So it's several ways of practicing these. But now we do the D shape. Okay, we couldn't do it down here because it kind of, we could do it, but you have to miss out this F sharp note. So it's good to practice it up here. You can start with a chord and then find out where your arpeggio starts in relation to the root note. So the root note of the chord is on the 12th fret there. We start on our major third. So you have to kind of be aware of where the chords start and where the arpeggios start in relation to the root note. So here we start on the major third, the F sharp, 14th fret, then 12, 15, 12, 11, 14, 13, 15, 14. Got this kind of like nice little diamond. Sounds really cool. So again, you might not always use these arpeggios with the fingers I've suggested, but I definitely recommend using these to learn the shapes, and then you might, when you're soloing, use different fingers. So 14, 12, 15, 12, 11, 14, 12, 13, 15, 14. Cool, so that's D7. So again, what we did was we took the open chords and then worked out how to move them up the neck. C shape to and then move those up the neck. Okay, so we'll do the same thing now in that we've been doing in B as well, just to mix it up. So you've got to find your first available B note on the E, the A, or the D string. So that's where your chords start from. So the first B on the neck, second fret A string. Okay, so that'll be our first available shape on the neck. So it'll be the A shape, and then it'll be the G shape, E shape, D shape, C shape, and so on. Okay, so really useful mapping out the neck. So let's take a look at the A shape. So it's going to go 2, 5, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 2, 4, 4, 2, 5. Really nice. Okay, that's A shape, then G shape. Again, if you're playing, a solo or something, and you've only got one bar to solo over, it'd be good to kind of pick out your sort of favourite bits of the arpeggio, because you wouldn't have time to play the whole arpeggio. So it's good to find out which parts of the arpeggios you like as well. So that's the G shape, okay, and then B7 G shape. Now do B7 E shape. So 7, 6, 9, 7, 9, 8, 7, 10, 7, big stretch there, 7 to 11. Really nice sounding arpeggios, these ones. It's the E shapes, then we've got the D shape. Okay, and then we've got the C shape. Again, you can keep going if you want. Do the A shape, G shape, even the E shape. So it works really well. So hopefully you find this useful. If you'd like to get hold of any of the tabs, so see the picture on the screen now, and that will show you I've made a cool PDF in this for these videos. And also I've put all the exercises we've done today. So I put the open chords and then moving them up into the key of D as well, or D7, sorry. So you should find that really useful. So if you wanted to practice sort of playing the D7 arpeggios in Guitar Pro, slow it down, speed it up, loop sections, you'll be able to get that available from jsmusicschool.co.uk. So you can get it in Guitar Pro format, which is great, or even PDF format. So you'll be able to get 2 files, and yeah, there'll be lessons available, files available for all of these videos on these 10-part series I'm doing. So hopefully you find that useful. Arpeggio is a great way. There's lots of benefits to learning them. So Hopefully you find this useful. If you have enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that bell icon if you haven't already. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.